If you're looking for the best bass guitar strings, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Daddario Aeroxlon 160 bass guitar strings. As one of the world's well-known guitar string producers, it's nothing unexpected that Daddario makes some of the best bass strings on the market as well. Their strings are made in America and can be found on basses around the world. Their most famous bass string brand, the Flatwound, is known as the player's choice among bass players of all levels and styles. The strings are particularly brilliant and have a flexible tone. If you're looking for a smoother tone, the XL nylon tape wound strings offer warm tone that is exceptionally powerful for orchestra and jazz bass players. If you're craving a profound bass tone and sustain, you should try the Daddario's advanced, ultra-solid nickel strings. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Ernie regular Slinky nickel bass strings. This renowned Californian string brand has been doing business since 1962 or is yet delivering awesome strings for basses, with top offering specialists utilizing them in front of an audience and for recording, including Blink-182's Mark Hoppus, Timothy B. Schmidt of the Eagles, Tool bassist Justin Chancellor, and Maroon 5's Mickey Madden. Ernie has a bass string set to suit everybody, including whatever scale, gauge, material or style of bass you play. The regular Slinky bass strings are made of the most popular bass string alloy and have a very well-balanced sound. They are manufactured in Ernie's Southern California factory and are wound with nickel-plated steel. The number 3 position is held by Rotosound RS66 Swing 66 bass strings. Rotosound is an exceptionally renowned British bass string brand, conceived in England in 1958. They have a long history of delivering quality bass strings utilized by famous players and exemplary groups, including Thin Lizzy, The Who, Queen, Turin, Slade, Fun-Loving Criminals, and Weezer. Rotosound had the notoriety for spearheading new ideas and hold the award of being the principal string organization to create round wound strings, with their Swing Bass 66 being a standout amongst the most well-known round wound bass strings ever, and available today in a wide range of gauge and scale length. Another awesome string arrangement offered by Rotosound that picks up a ton of acclaim is their Jazz Bass 77, which offers a warm and fat tone, ideal for jazz. For beginners searching for a set that sounds great but doesn't be excessively expensive, the Rotobass scope of strings is profoundly prescribed. In fact, bassist Billy Sheehan and Iron Maiden Steve Harris have their own signature Rotosound sets. Next at number 4 we have Daddario Aeroxlon 165 ProSteels. Another bass guitar string set by Daddario. The Aeroxlon 165 ProSteels strings are great options for beginners who need reliable strings that sound great. The Aeroxlon 165 strings combine the Aeroxlon 170 and Aeroxlon 160 sets for a hybrid combination of tone and feel. They are Daddario's brightest and most magnetic bass strings and come in the following gauges: 45, 65, 85, 105. These strings offer beautifully rich harmonies with deep and penetrating tones. Daddario was named the player's choice for their superior bass guitar strings and extreme popularity among professional bass players. The number 5 position is held by Elixir Strings nickel-plated steel 4-string. When Elixir started making bass guitar strings in 1995, they didn't set out to reinvent the bass string industry. Elixir originally tried to create a superior push-pull link, also called a Bowden link, which interprets mechanical constraint. When the company realized the potential their technology had for bass strings, they explored ways of covering the string, which while the early endeavors resulted in a dull-sounding string. However, engineers at Elixir saw that the strings profited from extended lifespan. In the end, they exchanged apparatuses and chosen to advertise a covered string with an enhanced covering. As it's been said, the rest is history. The organization has immediately picked up a notoriety for giving some of the longest enduring strings available, and Elixir nickel-plated bass strings are no special case. In the end, they chose to advertise the string covering as Nanoweb, and immediately the strings were recognized as one of the longest-lasting strings available. Elixir has built their technology into several bass string varieties, but we think the basic Elixir strings nickel-plated bass strings perform best. The number 6 position is dominated by Dr. Strings bass strings. Started by the son of Al Drunge, Mark Drunge, Dr. Strings have gained notoriety for making some of the most modern handcrafted guitar strings. Based in Emerson, New Jersey. Branding a remarkable visual interest, Dr. String's Black Beauties have been used by tons of professional bass players including Geezer Butler, bassist of Black Sabbath. The first thing you'll notice about these strings is that they are dark black. Dr. Black Beauties are covered with a patent-pending polymer, which means to repeat the lifespan of covered strings without cutting the top of the line frequencies or presenting undesirable hints. The Dr. Black Beauties are a nickel-covered string, which brings about a reasonable tone that remaining parts warm. More on the tone of these strings in the accompanying area. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Fender 7250. Fender 7250 bass strings are a great all-around bass string. Made by the greatest guitar and bass guitar maker, the 7250s are particularly good for rock, funk, and any style in which the bass needs to cut through. They pack bright highs and a thunderous low end. The number 8 position is held by Elixir Nanoweb bass strings. Elixir Strings is the only coated string brand to protect the whole string with an ultra-thin coating, keeping gunk out of the gaps between the windings. The Elixir Nanoweb bass strings is constructed with nickel-plated steel wrap wire which also provides a smooth, natural feel that enhances grip. I consider Elixir to be the best bass guitar string. You'll spend more on them, but you'll get a long life out of them thanks to the coating. They have a solid tone and the reliability that you want out of bass strings. The smooth feel is easier to hold on to, although some players may not like this feeling at first, as it takes time to get used to. Overall, this is one of the better sets of bass strings for most players. Next at number 9 we have Dr. Neon Green bass strings. Dr. Neon Green strings are ideal if you play in dark environments or want fun bass guitar strings. This medium set is ready to go when you need them, and they have a nice tone and long life. Dr. Neon Strings is a great set to own if you want to have fun with your bass or play in darker clubs. The neon color really shines, and you can get other colors, too. You get great articulation and clarity with this bass guitar set, and you will have great stage presence when you play as the strings stand out thanks to their bright colors. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Rotosound Steve Harris Flatwound. Rotosound makes high-quality bass strings, and their Steve Harris signature set has all you need to play great rock bass guitar. These strings have a long life, good volume, and the tone you need to rock out. Rotosound strings are ideal for almost any player. They have years of experience making strings, and these Steve Harris signature strings have a great tone and long life. This is a custom set at 50, 75, 90, 110. This set is on the heavy side, so make sure you are comfortable with this type of setup. They are ideal for hard rock and metal styles due to the added thickness of the string. That's all for today. We upload music product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.